Hello there, Internet. Mogwai here, and I got another video for you guys today. Today I'm going to feature a best of 3 run in traditional constructed with my Golgari graveyard deck. If you guys saw the video yesterday, I showcased off a zombie Golgari list with Lotleth Giant, which is this one right here. And I'm going to showcase off Stitch in best of 3, which is basically a Golgari graveyard deck adapted to the best of 3 format with the inclusion of Lotleth Giant, as I mentioned. I think this is perhaps a more efficient deck than the zombie variant, though it is more standard, as it is more, graveyard-ish regarding like the standard deck list out there for it, right? Even though this is not the most popular way to play Golgari, because you got the typical Golgari mid-range with the Explorer package, right? But this is my variant of graveyard focused Golgari with for the best 2 out of 3. So we have 4 Stitcher Suppliers alongside 4 Merfolk Branch Walkers and Glowspore Shamans with Midnight Reapers and Plague Crafters. This initial lineup is more geared towards being able to take down control, because that is a more popular archetype that you encounter in best out of 3, because control is more efficient with, a sideboard than full-on aggro phase, even though those decks are quite prevalent as well. But I figured I would adapt the deck a little bit better to take on the control matchup, since it is his weakest matchup to begin with, and it can still fight up really well against the aggro list, even with this sort of lineup, and have a sideboard that it's more geared towards being able to adapt to the aggro and the mid-range matchup as well, and I explain how that is the case. We have, as you can see here, 3 Plague Crafters, which are really good against control, because control tends to run few creatures, and they like running Planeswalkers, so Plague Crafter is an exceptional way of dealing with the Planeswalkers. We have triple Ravenous Chupacabra, 4 Eldest Reborn as the only non-creature card in this deck. I stated in my video prior, yesterday, that in order to make Undergrowth work, you need to emphasize the creatures. Even though there's a lot of cards out there that synergize with Undergrowth and they're non-creature spells, that in a way weakens the strategy as a whole. So you need to be very, very selective with the non-creature spells you add to a Undergrowth deck, and in my opinion you should not exceed 4 of non-creature spells. And in my case, the card that I selected is the Eldest Reborn, because the Eldest Reborn works really well against control decks and against Niv Mizzet and Planeswalkers like the Fairy, and also synergizes with our strategy because we're sending very big boys to our graveyard as well, and we can resurrect them for free with Eldest Reborn too. So very, very powerful card in this deck, and the one exception to this otherwise full-on creature lineup. We have 2 Underrealm Lich, really big fan of this card, 1 copy of Karness Tyrant to help out against the control decks, and then 1 Izoni, 2 Lotleth Giants, which is our main win condition, alongside 4 copies of Molderhulk. The more I play Golgari Graveyard, the more I like Molderhulk. I especially love the Endless Cycle with Memorial to Folly, and I don't know, it's just really good shit right there. So this is the main list right here, as our sideboard is the following. We have 4 Crawl Harpooners, 4 Plague Mares, 1 Plague Crafter, 4 Crawl Foragers, and 2 Karness Tyrants. So to enhance our matchup against control, we have 1 Plague Crafter and 2 Karness Tyrants. So extra copies of units that we already run in the deck to help solidify our matchup in that case. And then for mid-range, we have Crawl Harpooner to be able to trade with flying units. For example, Boros Angel decks, right? This card can trade with like a Lyra or the 4-mana Boros Angel as well. So that's why I'm adding it to this deck, basically. Against deck, also Mono Blue Tempo, very good card against that too. Just really solid in general as a 2-drop, and we have it for those matchups. And then for the aggro or slash Boros or White Weenie list, we have 4 copies of Plague Mare as our source of AoE on a stick, and 4 copies of Crawl Foragers, who just says no to mono red aggro. Like, we put in 4 copies of this bad boy in that matchup, and we never fucking die. So that's pretty good. And that is the deck list right there. So like I said, I'm going to be going for a traditional constructed run. And yeah, you guys saw a bit of a spoiler there, because that video will be uploaded after this one, a few days afterwards. So stay tuned for that deck. You're gonna like it. All right. So without further ado, let's pay the fee. Let's select our list, and let's see how this bad boy performs. I've got a lot of good reception on the first best of 3 session that I uploaded with Esper Control, even though I did misplay quite considerably in one of the series, the one I lost. I mean, naturally, right? That kind of left a little bit of a bittersweet feeling, so hopefully I can misplay a little bit less, even though it's not the same playing on your own while you're like narrating, like playing while narrating and recording a video is a little bit more difficult. And people who record videos, you know, them boys, content creators, as they call them, can understand what I'm trying to say here. So, we have a pretty decent hand. We're going to keep this. We have 3 lands, alongside a turn 2 Merfolk Branchwalker, and we are facing mono blue tempo, it seems. So we're going to lead off with the Overgrown Tomb tapped, because we have no turn 1 play anyways, and we're going to follow that up with the Merfolk Branchwalker afterward. Fortunately for us, my opponent did not lead off with a Curious Obsession, so we will be able to, you know, it's a big difference with this deck as a Curious Obsession. That's a big problem. We're going to drop the Merfolk Branchwalker, and we are going to go on our way. And hopefully not get out-tempoed to death here. Alright, so I'm going to play... Well, first of all, I'm going to attack, because I can't block these dudes anyways. And I'm going to attempt to play my Merfolk Branchwalker. It seems he has a counter spell. And I'm also going to play the Overgrown Tomb tapped over the Memorial to Folly. I think it's safe to assume he has a counter spell. No Curious Obsession though, fortunately for us, and he does get a bit mana screwed there. Not gonna complain about that. We're gonna drop this, and we're gonna hit him. We're gonna hit him back. We're gonna hit him hard. We're dealing more damage to him as of now. He seems to be a little bit massacred there, but like I said, that's his fault for keeping such a low mana hand. Okay, there's another one. Alright, so now he should not be able to counter our play. I think we're going to go for the Eldest Reborn here. Right? Or the Underrealm Lich. I think the Underrealm Lich is better. Just to apply extra pressure. He should not be able to counter this. Well, he should actually. He has a wizard. Yeah, I kind of played a little bit into that. But Underrealm Lich will enable us to draw exactly what we need, basically. And obviously, you guys can assume we're gonna sideboard for this matchup. Yeah, you gotta be careful, bruh. It's not. You can't always attack. You can't be that guy. All right. He goes for the Chart of Course. He gets a land, which means that he could still counter us. But we're just going to play Karness Tyrant here. Or he can't counter us anymore. The fact that he cannot counter us here is pretty big. I'm going to draw Izoni here. So we're going to go face with all of these. And then we're going to Izoni him. And that should put us in a winning position here. He's going to trade. Okay, how much is that? 4 1/1s? 4 1/1s. Seems good to me, right? Or maybe we could Karness Tyrant here. No, 4 1/1s. I mean, Karness Tyrant just kind of like solidifies our position, right? But Karness Tyrant can't be countered. I'm gonna play Izoni now that he can counter me anyways. Because Karness Tyrant cannot be countered, so he has no island tap. So I may as well get Izoni in there. Izoni is pretty impactful too. All right. Right, may as well get the Play Crafter in there. Okay, so 4 mana and 3. That enables us to play this and him. Can get back this. Yeah, we got it. Right, so we got him the first game, which is very, very key for us, as we are going to add in the harpooners, we're going to add in the crawl, we're going to add in a lot of shit, basically. We're going to take out plate crafters, I think. No, plate crafters are also pretty good. What do we take out here? We gotta be mindful. I think we can take out one giant. We can take out the Eldritch Reborns, to be fair, at least a couple of them. Alright, so we want in the Plague Mares. We want at least... Yeah, I think we want the Harpooners instead of the Branch Walkers. And we do want some Craw Foragers. So I'll have 3 in there. I'll take out 1 Lich. Even though his zoning was pretty good there, I'd rather take her out. I don't think I need a lot less giant otherwise. I think I'd rather have I think Midnight Reaper is also not a necessity here. And I can add in another Carnage Tyrant potentially. Yeah, I think I like this lineup more. The Craw Harpooners are pretty good here. And Carnage Tyrants for the counter spells. On the Realm Lich because it's pretty good in the Foragers. Let's go with this. The Plague Mares are the most important inclusion here. Plague Mare is a great way to be able to deny his Swarm. Obviously, if he gets Curious Obsession, then things can become really difficult for us. But we have our Plague Crafters, our Plague Mares, our Chupacabras. We have a billion answers. And the cool thing about the Plague Crafter is that he does not target. So Dive Down does not really work out for him. Because Dive Down can counter a Plague Mare to a certain degree. And the problem with Plague Mare in this matchup as well is that once they played a Curious Obsession, then they're out of Plague Mare range for the kill. But I still think it's a really solid option to incorporate to the deck, and we're gonna keep this hand. Not the greatest hand, but because it's a little bit slow, but it works because we have a Chupacabra at least, and we have the Craw Forager. So if we get like really pressured, then we can potentially heal ourselves. Still a bit slow of a hand. I think he may have opt. Okay, took a while there. Yeah, this hand is, like I said, a little bit slow. A little bit slow. I should probably take out a Midnight Reaper for the other Plague Crafter. I don't think Midnight Reaper fulfills any sort of like purpose in this deck. Alright. Other than just being a 3-drop. Alright. Could he cast a spell? Maybe I miss. Yeah, maybe in that turn he couldn't cast it when I said he could. All right. We can try to Chupacabra here. He could just sacrifice the Siren Storm Tamer though, which is probably what he's gonna do here. Or apply a Dive Down. That also works. Yikes. We're being very pressured here. But hopefully Underrealm Lich can enable us to draw a little bit better. I'm gonna take this actually, because my graveyard is not big enough. And if this gets countered, unfortunately, yeah, it's over. Okay. Yeah, mono blue tempo can be very hard to deal with if I don't have a quick start. So I need to take out the Midnight Reapers. I need another Playcrafter in there. The Foragers are fine. Just need a bit of a quicker start here. I think maybe another Merfolk Branchwalker. Maybe another Eldest Reborn, honestly. Still have a bit of a lower curve. Maybe one Karn's Tyrant is more than enough. Yeah, maybe this is better. Alright, let's go with this. We go first now, which is pretty big, but the problem is, like, maybe I should not have kept that hand, because we need a faster hand in this matchup. We need a faster hand here, and this is definitely good enough. This is what I call fast, because we have a Stitcher Supplier, and we have Molder Hulk as well, and we have Chupacabra to curve out into. Not really what I wanted, but at least I get rid of some lands. That's good. Unfortunately, proccing the Stitcher Supplier is harder to do. And like I said, mono blue tempo can be very, very dangerous. We haven't run into our Plague Mares. It really comes down to them having Curious Obsession. Like, that's the big threat. Like, that's the big problem. That is the big issue here. Again, we had a decent starting hand, but okay, that's Merfolk Trickster. And again, the counter spell's potential is real. But fortunately for us, no Curious Obsession as of yet. We do want to be able to block this Merfolk Trickster though. And we are going to try to Chupacabra. He may easily counterspell us here because he has 2 mana available. But we gotta try. Dive down. Alright. He does not attack. Interesting. Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is the only thing that can work. Okay, there we go. Getting the Eldritch Reborn going off is really important. Interesting. Okay, interesting that he blocked there. We're gonna try to play this. I mean, he killed it, but we can resurrect it. So I wanted to bait like him to attack with the Merfolk. I want my Stitcher to die basically, because I want my okay. So we're doing good. We're doing good. I'm still surprised that he traded with that, but we're doing pretty okay here. We're gonna be able to resurrect now. And no, we're taking the good shit. I could go Chupacabra, but I'd rather go on the Realm Lich. And perhaps proccing the Chupacabra here. I mean, why not playing this, right? Does seem to have a counter spell now available, and we're applying pressure now. Like I said, this deck, like this mono blue temple deck, there we go. It relies so much on Curious Obsession that if you don't draw it, you have like, you lose out a lot. But it's still a very, very dangerous deck. Like a good player can really make that deck very, very scary to face. It's just not a matchup that I really wanted as for my first series, honestly, because it's stressful. Because if they get the Curious Obsession going, it gets out of hand. But I think I didn't sideboard completely well the second time. The third time I definitely sideboarded well, because you need the play crafters, you need the obviously the harpooners. The harpooners are amazing in that matchup. Even though I didn't draw them at the right time, but we got the win. We got the win, baby. All right, so let's go for it again. We go first, and we keep this hand, baby. Like, come on now. Turn 1 Stitcher Supplier. Enough lands to get going. Good enough for me. 2 and 3. There's our giant. We'll play a Memorial to Folly now, since we have no turn to play, and we'll go on from there. I like the play crafter synergy with Stitcher Supplier as well, because we can sacrifice Stitcher Supplier and we can get going. We're gonna go face first, and then we're gonna play Merfolk Branchwalker, and we'll send you to the graveyard. We could see an AoE effect there, but we don't. We're gonna go face first. And now we're gonna play the Shaman. Alright. We're fine with that. Okay. Not quite there. Unfortunately. We're gonna attack, we're gonna pass. He may, okay, I thought he may have had like Revitalize or something. There's the fairy.
I won't hide from the world any longer. You know what? I'm not done yet.
The odds of him having negate. We're gonna hit first, and then we're gonna play the Play Crafter. He has to have, like, the only thing is Essence Scatter. Essence Scatter is the only thing that saves him. So we can sacrifice Stitcher Supplier, and he has to sacrifice the Fairy.
Want me to phase you out of time?
And now we proc that. And unfortunately, we send a few lands over there. All right.
Sorry, hold that thought.
Should we go face? No, we should attack here. Unfortunately, we're in quite a bit of trouble now. We want to get this Eldest Reborn going on.
Enough.
And we're going to go with this.
We need to move quickly.
We can threaten Teferi with our current board presence, and if he goes for like Supernova. The problem is he can't do that and counter spells this turn. And if that's the case, we're kind of screwed. But I'm worried about settle the wreckage, basically. He can settle the wreckage, and he can counter us this turn. So I wanna... Okay, so I wanna hit Teferi. I wanna double commit to Teferi. Forcing settle the wreckage out of him if he has it, but not losing my Molder Hulk in the process. There it is. At the stage, we need to try to Eldest Reborn. We need to try. He may have a counter spell for it. He probably has one, but we gotta try. Or not! Or not. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Good play there.
Let's slow this. Keep up the pace.
All right. How many creatures do we have? We have 7. I could attack him and try to set up lethal next turn. But I gotta attack the fairy. Ah, he has another one. Alright. Yes, please. Okay, so change of plans. We go Memorial to Folly. We take the Plague Crafter. Right? Yeah. Beautiful. We sacrifice our own.
I won't let you win.
We drop this, and we get rid of the fairy. Motherfucker.
I am not going to sit this one out. You need to slow down.
Ah, shit. I missed it.
Don't make another move.
Okay. Okay, we got Memorial to Folly onto Karn's Tyrant. He's already played 2 Set of the Wreckage. Okay. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, which means we can do this, right? I mean, how many, you know, you don't have more Set of the Wreckage. Some people just run 3 Set of the Wreckage main deck. I'm gonna play Ravnica MegaMogwai here just to try to apply some pressure. Okay. Alright. We got the Underrealm Lich, and we're indestructible. We're indestructible, baby! Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful! Alright, we play the Reaper here. And we got him! That was satisfied as fuck, holy shit! Alright, nice, GG. There we go. Okay, we're adding in another Playcrafter, a couple more Karn's Tyrants, and we're taking out the Ravenous Chupacabras. It's as simple as that, really. Everything else stays. But now we have a bit of a higher curve, but mainly, most importantly, we have the 4 Playcrafters and the 4 Eldest Reborn, which will enable us to answer his shit better. And that's our tech in for control. God, the Playcrafter MVP though, holy fuck. He's definitely gonna keep the Set of the Wreckages. But now we got the tools. With 4 Playcrafters and 4 Eldest Reborns, we should be able to answer Steferi. The Reaper is very important as well. Like, I have to be a bit selective with my hand here, I think. Alright. Let's go. Let's do this. Again, let me know what you guys think about this best of 3 format. I love recording these. They take a while though, so you know, it's important for them for you guys to like appreciate them. Alright, so we're gonna keep this hand. It was a little bit risky because we only have 2 lands in our opening hand, but we do have Stitcher Supplier turn 1 and Merfolk Branchwalker turn 2. Which is very important, right? 2 Merfolk Branchwalkers, which will help me draw into my lands potentially. We're gonna attack here. We're gonna drop the Cemetery, and we're gonna drop a Merfolk. Alright, there's the Revitalize. We send that to the graveyard. Alrighty, there we go, nice. Let's attack. Good, let's put you. And we play the Memorial to Folly there. Right, he's mitigating the damage we're dealing to him, so we could see a Deafening Clarion now to wipe my board. But we don't. So that's good, life's good, sunshine, rainbows, all that shit. We're gonna attack here. Okay, good stuff. He may counter us here. Or not. We don't mind if he board wipes us. And but we do mind using the Shaman's ability to be able to refill, to be able to enable us to draw into a land. So if he does board wipe us here, we can play it on the Realm Lich. Like if he Clarion's here, we can Lich. Okay, so let's make it so that we can answer the Fairy, right? So if the Fairy comes in, all right, we're gonna attack with these two. Actually, with you as well. So if he does settle the wreckage, we can play the Lich. All right. The Lich is super key because we have Indestructible. He's focusing too much on drawing. He's getting out-tempoed like crazy. Even if he Novas now... we have Lich. And we do have Midnight Reaper here. Who we're gonna play? We're gonna threaten lethal. Force the settled wreckage out of him. There it is. All right. He has to take the Lich here. Okay, so what I have to do here, I have a total of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I have to go with the naked Eldest Reborn here. Even though I'm not gonna kill anything. We still have the Plague Crafter. Because we need to threaten lethal with the board state. We need to make it so that he can't really play Teferi. Because otherwise he just loses. We put him in a spot where this enables us to eventually get into Eldest Reborn. And we still have a Plague Crafter to answer Teferi. That Teferi right there is slightly problematic now. Because we miss out on lethal thanks to that Lava Coil. He's been able to answer our Reapers quite efficiently. Okay. Alright. So be it. We have a Woodland Cemetery, so we can do this. No, but I don't need to overcommit. I don't need to overcommit with this and Molderhook because he could have a Cleansing Nova here. I'm going to go with Izoni first because if he does have a board wipe, I can at least draw a card in exchange, so I don't really lose value here. And he has to deal with my Eldest Reborn next turn anyways. We're close. We're close to winning this. We're close to 2-0ing this Jeskai control, which is huge. We're very close here. Oh! He's going for the draw! That really limits his options. He could get another set of the wreckage, but that's the only thing stopping this. And we got him, boys! Out-tempoed! And no giant to highlight. Oh well. We won without the giant, so that feels good. Nice! 2-0 in Jeskai. 2-0 in Jeskai control. That fucking feels good, because that's supposed to be one of our hardest matchups. That makes me really happy. Thinking about the way I optimize this deck for best of 3. Oh, very, very happy with this deck's performance. Damn, we had a scary first one series there against Mono Blue Tempo, but we were able to win that one as well. Not bad. Don't knowing myself, you know, I probably did some key misplays in this video, but it's hard, you know. I'm talking all the time, so be sure to backseat the shit out of me if that makes you feel better. That's what the comment section is for. But yeah, man, I really like this. That was good. I can't continue because we're already like 46 minutes in, and I don't want to make this video like over an hour. But we got 2 nice series there against 2 very different decks, and I'm happy with this shit. That was pretty good. Feels good, man. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoy these sorts of videos. Stay tuned for more upcoming MTG content. I got some dang decks incoming these next couple of days, and I'll be in the Sierra Nevada mountains teaching my girlfriend and her brother and brother's girlfriend how to snowboard. Meanwhile, this is up, so yeah, hopefully I'm having a good time by then, and hopefully you guys are having a good time too. Thank you for watching. Have a soul day. Stay tuned for more. I'll see you guys around.